Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Chaplain Lieutenant Colonel William Adam of the Washington Wing. I am the Wing Chaplain for the United States Air Force Auxiliary Civil Air Patrol at Washington Wing Headquarters, McChord Field, Joint Base Lewis-McChord. Please now join with me in 1 minute of silence to remember the fallen, the prisoners of war, the missing in action, and to honor those who have served and who are now serving this great nation's armed services. Cadet Commander, have your wreath bearers execute post.
Wreath bearers, post.
Bugler, sound call to colors. Will the audience please rise? And now, our national anthem sung by Liberty High School Choir, directed by Robin Wood.
Present. Present. Arms.
Stripes and bright stars.
And let us bow our heads in prayer. On this day, as we conduct Wreaths Across America ceremony here in Washington State, we thank you, O God, our Father, for all who, by brave commitment, have given their lives for their country. We realize that none of us cherish the thought of having to pay the supreme price of death for our country, which these men and women have had to pay. Nevertheless, we still find men and women like these who, each knowing the price they might have to pay, have been willing to put on the uniform of their country and go into battle. We are thankful for men and women of bravery like these who have been willing to even give their lives for the peace of the world and the freedom we enjoy here this morning. We are thankful also for the men and women who were able to be with us today in order to lay these wreaths, giving honor to those who faithfully served. We are grateful for their dedicated service to their God, their country, and their fellow man. May your spirit of guidance go with them that they may continue to be a channel of service to others. Impress upon us all as we depart from this place the importance of the sacrificial giving of ourselves in service to our God, in service to our country, and in service to our fellow man. In your most holy name we pray. Amen. Amen. You may be seated. We are gathered here today at this memorial site, as well as memorial sites all across America, to remember that we are one nation under one flag. Today there are more than 2,000 Wreaths Across America ceremonies being conducted across this great nation, as well as around the world. In order to show unity, every single ceremony started at exactly the same time. Now, to help you understand this concept, we started our ceremony here in the Pacific time zone precisely at 9 a.m. The ceremony in Hawaii started in Hawaii time precisely at 7 a.m. and the ceremony in Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia started in their Eastern time zone precisely at 12 noon. In honor of all of our armed forces, the Liberty High School will now sing a melody of the Armed Forces anthems.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shore
They need a standing ovation. Thank you very much. To hear my military anthem brings back memories of active duty service, marching in formation and singing those many years ago. I won't tell you how long. As a veteran, I would like to say thank you to all of our veterans and active duty members that are here today. And on this day, we show a united front of national unity all across the United States of America as we remember the fallen, as we honor those who serve, and as we teach our children the value of freedom. Please observe this unity while placing the ceremony wreaths and do the same. After this ceremony, when you go to the place and place those wreaths on these graves and tombstones, I ask you to do it reverence for the life that was. Step back. Give a salute, and if you wish, say a prayer of gratitude for their service and for their family's grief, which may diminish with the years, but will never, ever completely go away. It is now my privilege and my honor to introduce you, Colonel Aaron M. Stainpine, United States Air Force, Vice Commander of the 62nd Airlift Wing, McChord Field, Joint Base Lewis-McChord. Colonel Stainpine.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What an amazing, wet, wonderful Washington day to remember the service and sacrifice of so many. I promise I took the forecast into account when I made my comments this morning, and we'll keep it short. I'm Colonel Aaron Stainpine. I have the honor of being the Vice Commander of the 62nd Airlift Wing at Joint Base Lewis-McChord. Chief Schultz, who's here with me today, and I represent about 3,000 airmen who fly 40 Boeing C-17 aircraft, and we're ready at a moment's notice. We're ready to deliver our nation's fists to any foe, and we're also equally ready to extend a helping hand to anyone who our nation says may need it. We can only do this because of those who have gone on before us. Today, we commemorate our fallen veterans, brave men and women, laid here in Tahoma National Cemetery. In life, they honored their country, and in death, we honor them. Each veteran here has a story, and in saying their names aloud and through the act of placing a wreath, we recognize that story, their service and sacrifice. Wreaths across America makes this possible. At over 1,200 locations today, in all 50 states, this ceremony will happen. The wreath-laying ceremony began very humbly in 1992, when a small company from Maine that makes wreaths had a few extra and decided to donate them to Arlington's National Cemetery. Today, those ceremonies are a massive effort, and they're incredibly important. They remind all citizens the value and cost of freedom. They remind us that a service member takes an oath to serve and protect, that they do it for their families, for their neighbors, for their communities, and for their country. These ceremonies honor all who serve. Tahoma National Cemetery is a special place, a historic place. Second Lieutenant Jesse T. Barrick was laid to rest here in 1923. Lieutenant Barrick was a Union soldier during the Civil War. He was given our nation's highest honor, the Medal of Honor, for capturing 2 Confederate soldiers during the Civil War. More recently, Sergeant First Class Nathan Ross Chapman was laid to rest here. Sergeant Chapman was a member of the 1st Special Forces Group at Fort Lewis. He served in Haiti. He jumped into Panama during the invasion. He served in the First Gulf War. Sergeant Chapman was killed in action in 2002. He was the first of us killed in the war in Afghanistan, the war that continues on today. While we honor and mourn those we have lost, our service members certainly do not serve alone. It's our Gold Star families, those who lost sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, spouses, mothers and fathers, those whose hearts are forever broken and lives forever changed, who truly know this meaning of sacrifice. To all of our Gold Star families, please accept a very humble thank you and know that our hearts will always be with you. As I look around this morning at this crowd, I'm genuinely humbled and thankful for the amazing support from this community. We have volunteers from numerous charitable organizations, elected officials who are here. We have emergency response and law enforcement, and a wonderful showing from our Civil Air Patrol, who has been part of this ceremony since the very beginning. We have military members and families, and right now we span a multiple of generations. But certainly today we're here all with one common goal: to sacrifice just a little bit of our time to honor those who gave so much. Today, when you're placing a wreath, I will ask you to consider the words of our 40th president, President Reagan. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on, for them to be able to do the same. Or one day, we will spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it was like in the United States when men were free. Thank you so much for your attendance today, for making this possible. You make this event special, and we are honored with your presence. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Colonel Steinheim. Remembering that we have a beautiful country that was paid for by all those who gave some, and because some gave their all. The Liberty High School Choir will now sing America the Beautiful. is our future. Thank you, choir. Ceremonial wreaths will now be laid at each memorial, honoring each branch of service, the United States Merchant Marine, and those who were prisoners of war or missing in action. Each ceremonial wreath will be placed by a Gold Star mothers assisting by active duty reservists or guardsmen of the specific branch of service, and also assisted by a Civil Air Patrol cadet. Now, for those of you that do not know what a Gold Star mother is, they are mothers who have lost a son or a daughter, who was serving their country heroically, and who paid the ultimate sacrifice for the freedoms we cherish. For the following laying of wreaths, the commander will direct the presentation in order of arms. We will start with United States Army. For the United States Army Memorial, Staff Sergeant Venton Kai, United States Army, assigned to the Seattle Recruiting Battalion, assisting Mary Bradshaw, Gold Star mother of First Lieutenant Brian N. Bradshaw, United States Army. Andy Bailey, Gold Star mother of Corporal Nicholas S. Bailey, United States Marine Corps. And Sadie McVeigh, Gold Star mother of Staff Sergeant Sean B. McVeigh, and assisted by Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Micah Paredes, will now lay a wreath in memory of those who served and are serving in the United States Army.
Activity. Flight. Head hut. Freeze that. Arms. Order. Arms.
For the United States Marine Corps Memorial, Gunnery Sergeant Nathan Allen, United States Marine Corps, stationed at Joint Base Lewis McChord, assisting Lourdes Ray, Gold Star mother of Lance Corporal George Gabriel Jr., United States Marine Corps. Myra Rinameka, Gold Star mother of Corporal Stephen A. Rinameka, United States Marine Corps. And Linda Swanberg, Gold Star mother of Lance Corporal Sean C. Swanberg, United States Marine Corps, and assisted by Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Kara Magna, will now lay a wreath in memory of those who served and are serving now in the United States Marine Corps.
Freeze that. Arms. Order. Arms.
For the United States Navy Memorial, Yeoman First Class Petty Officer Min Deggan, United States Navy, duty assignment as the United States Navy Talent Scout in Kent, Washington, assisting Diane Tatum, Gold Star mother of Chief Petty Officer Michael R. Tatum, United States Navy. Laurel Finlayson, Gold Star mother of Lance Corporal David L. Finlayson, United States Marine Corps. And Frances Carson, Gold Star mother of Technician First Class Sean P. Carson, United States Navy, and assisted by Cadet Master Sergeant Arnav Sharma, will lay a wreath in memory of those who served and who are now serving in the United States Navy.
Freeze that. Arms. Order. Arms.
For the United States Air Force Memorial, Staff Sergeant Jessica Brewer, United States Air Force. Assigned with the 446th Civil Engineer Squadron, Command Support Staff, McCord Field, Joint Base Lewis McCord. Assisting Jane Hughes, Gold Star Mother of Staff Sergeant Danielle Hughes Crone, United States Air Force. And Rosa Fernandez, Gold Star Mother of Senior Airman Alberto A. Merida, United States Air Force. And assisted by Cadet Staff Sergeant Kristen Garland, will lay a wreath in memory of those who served and who are now serving in the United States Air Force.
Please, arms. Order, arms.
For the United States Coast Guard Memorial, Command, Master Chief Seth Urey, United States Coast Guard, stationed at United States Coast Guard Base Seattle, assisting Danetta Robinson Scott, Gold Star Mother of Sergeant James Brown, United States Army, and Tammy Maybe, Gold Star Mother of Sergeant First Class Mark D. Leshiker, United States Army, and assisted by Cadet Staff Sergeant Zachary Colbert, will lay a wreath in memory of those who served and who are now serving in the United States Coast Guard.
Please, arms. Arms.
For the United States Merchant Marines Memorial, now Commander George Clark, United States Navy retired, United States Merchant Marine Academy graduate, and service in the United States Merchant Marines and the United States Navy. Assisting Jody Flanagan, Gold Star Mother of Private First Class Charles B. Hester, United States Army, and Marcia Lobosier, Gold Star Mother of Corporal John M. Lobosier, United States Army, and assisted by Cadet Master Sergeant Noah Anderson, will lay a wreath in memory of those who served and who are now serving in the United States Merchant Marines.
Please, arms. Order, arms.
For the Prisoner of War Missing in Action Memorial, United States Combat Corpsman Veteran Michael Remington, tour of combat from April 1967 to April 1968 as a hospital corpsman, 2nd class, Fleet Marine Force with India Company, 3rd Marines, assisting Monica McNeil, Gold Star Mother of Lance Corporal Eric L. Ward, United States Marine Corps, and Valerie Marks, Gold Star Mother of Sergeant Scott R. Fanning, United States Army, and assisted by Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Randolph Halem, will lay a wreath in honor of the 93,129 United States servicemen and servicewomen from all branches of the service whose last known status was either prisoners of war or missing in action. These individuals have never returned to their families and homes. We will never forget you.
Please, arms. Order, arms.
I ask the audience to please rise. We will now honor all of our fallen heroes. You may be seated.
Ladies, rise at ease.
The wreaths before you represent our commitment as a united America to remember the fallen. And we also want these wreaths to symbolize our honor to those who have served and who are now serving in the armed forces of this great nation, and to their families who endure sacrifices every day on our behalf. To our children, we want you to understand the freedoms you enjoy today have not been free, but have come with a cost that someday you might have to pay yourself. As a nation, standing together, we can defeat terrorism, we can defeat hatred, and we can defeat injustice. Thanks to our veterans, we have the freedom to do just that. Now, we could quote for you the statistics of individuals buried around the country, but you would have several numbers. So instead, we ask you to take a moment and visit a gravesite. I challenge you to write down the information of the person placed there, and when you return home, research their name on the internet and find out all you can about this person. I'm going to tell you, you're going to find that they were real Americans. They had families. They had mothers. They had fathers. Some had sons, some had daughters. They had brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles. They were more than just a statistic. We are blessed because of their service, and we are forever grateful. With that in mind, the Liberty High School Choir will now sing their final song today of God Bless America. I would now like to invite to the podium the Washington Wing Commander of the United States Air Force Auxiliary Civil Air Patrol, my commander, Colonel Shelley Norman.
Thank you all for coming out today. I want to take a moment to thank some people in particular who made this event happen. First, Maria Beltran, she's the Director of Outreach from the Office of Congresswoman Kim Schreier, 8th District Representative. Colonel Aaron Stainpine, U.S. Air Force Vice Commander, 62nd Airlift Wing, Joint Base Lewis McChord. Chief Master Sergeant Robert Schultz, U.S. Air Force 62nd Airlift Wing JBLM, along with his wife, retired Chief Master Sergeant Donna Schultz. Tahoma National Cemetery Director Thomas Yokes and his staff for hosting this event. Our Gold Star mothers, their spouses, family, and their hero children who paid the ultimate price. The Liberty High School Choir and their director, Robin Wood. You are absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. Each of our regular duty servicemen and servicewomen from each branch of our military, thank you for being here. U.S. Marine Corps Rifle Team from Marine Barracks, Joint Base Lewis McChord. 3 retired U.S. Army Buglers, thank you so much. Color Guard and Wreath Bearers from the Overlake Composite Squadron. Major Ron White, Civil Air Patrol, Commander of the Overlake Composite Squadron, for organizing all of the cadets and the senior members today. My friend and my chaplain, Bill Adam, Civil Air Patrol Washington Wing Chaplain, for organizing the event. Captain Jessica Jerwa, Civil Air Patrol, Washington Wing Chief of Staff, for assisting Chaplain Adam with the logistics of the ceremony. The Lions for their support and work for setting up the stage, the sound system, the chairs, and who helped us make the ceremony a success. The Patriot Guard Riders, who helped give honor to our heroes. The Combat Vets of America, for your help and assistance with the ceremony today. The Cheerleader Squad from Kent Meridian High School. The Cub Scout Packs and Boy Scout troops here today to help us. United States Air Force ROTC cadets, and finally the veteran organizations and civic groups who are here today. Thank you all for coming out and helping make this an event a huge success. Thank you.
Almost done. Thank you, Colonel Norman. On behalf of the families and loved ones that have a hero resting here at Tahoma National Cemetery, for those of you who purchased wreaths to be laid on their headstones and nameplates, my heartfelt thank you for your donation. Last year I was approached by a married couple that came to volunteer to lay wreaths. They believe that our government provided the wreaths, but I'm here to tell you that every wreath that you see here was purchased by private parties like you and I. With that said, there are over 41,000 heroes resting here. And even though the final total of wreaths purchased today was a little over 3,300, which is actually less than an eighth, wouldn't it be awesome to change that count to next year to maybe half or 3/4 or even 100% to cover and honor all our heroes resting? Something to think about. So please tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell anyone that you come in contact with how they can participate in honoring our heroes by purchasing wreaths for the 2020 Wreaths Across America ceremony. Thank you so much. Cadet Commander, have your color card, retire the colors.
Color guard, retire the colors.
Audience, please rise. Thank you so much to everyone here, and especially for the putting up with the liquid sunshine. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you being here. Participants, please remain in the flag circle area for group photos. For everyone else, thank you, and you're dismissed.